this tool that we're going to look at today is a first peep at what are you like. It's a tool to use before you decide what states you want or you don't want. Just to go, I wonder how things work, I wonder how you work. So we're going to take some themes, and the theme that we're going to start with is learning at your best. Because we are. And then we're going to use some more themes. We're going to use some outcomes you've got. But the first thing we're going to start with is learning at your best. One of the things when people start it is they can often drop quite a long way down into it. So I could take Richard's question about having an impact, and I could explore it. We might find some really intimate personal stuff about the way Richard makes sense of his life. But that's not an appropriate place for me to start practicing throwing balls in the air and catching them. Because it's quite precious stuff. It might be stuff he doesn't know lots about. So one of the things, and it took me a long, long time to get this training, one of the things is a rule of thumb. If that's what they started saying, and you ask a question, and that's the answer that they gave, and you ask a question, and that's their answer to that answer, that's as far as you need to go right now. Go it back to the first thing that they gave you to work with. And that's just to stop you dropping down into rabbit holes, going places you can't get back out of. It's just a rule of thumb. 2 away, 2 back. Go somewhere else. And I just want to demonstrate how this tool works. And I will do it. I'll start with Aquila. Are you happy to? Would you just come here? It's to speak out to the group, but I'll ask you the questions. So, Aquila, when you're learning really well, you're like what?
Like a twirling ballerina with clapping hands all around.
A twirling ballerina with clapping hands all around. So this is what you've got. These are your tools, your toys. And of course, when you integrate this with your other NLP, you've got your meta programs, you've got your meta model, you've got your VAK questions, you know, you've got your submodalities. There's lots of stuff you can add in here. But right now, this weekend, we're doing clean questions. So twirling ballerina with clapping hands all around. And when twirling, is there anything else about that twirling?
Yeah. It's at a really nice pace. It's fast, but it doesn't look or appear to be fast. It's just a nice rhythm, so it's a slow rhythm. But I know I can go fast or slow.
It's not every word, but it's... And it's really beautiful. And I can go fast or I can go slow. It's at a really nice pace. Now, if you imagine this is like a lily pond, I've got one move away, I can either go, and you use your ands. Your ands are your dunk, 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 hopping around their experience. Your and when says, this is the bit of a lighted on, and then you ask a question. So, and, it's really beautiful. And I can go faster, I can go slow, and it's at a really nice place. And twirling ballerina with clapping hands all around. And when all around, is there anything else about all around?
Yeah. Different, and everyone's supportive, confident, praises. Team members, friends and family.
And friends and family, team members, praises, confident, supportive, and they're different. And clapping hands all around, twirling ballerina, and twirling, it's at a really nice pace. I can go fast and I can go slow, and it's really beautiful. And when it's really beautiful, what happens next?
Wow. Probably done really well at work. Hit all my targets. taking all that information, all the things that I can learn along the way, really knowledgeable. I'm feeling like number one.
And feeling like number one. And when feeling like number one, where is that feeling?
Yeah.
And here. So this is just to notice I've gone out into the red zone. That says stop, no further, head back for now. And here. And feeling like number one. And hit targets, probably done really well at work, wow. And it's really beautiful. And when it's really beautiful, what happens just before it's really beautiful?
Before it's really beautiful, it's a lot of hard work. It's a lot of hard work, stressful. But everyone's working together, everyone's coming together. It's a bit all up in the air, but it's coming together. It's not together just yet, but it's coming together.
Everything's coming together. Okay. So what are you noticing? So you're about to go and do this.
You can certainly see, if you just sort of watch, you would see where she was on the target, like, wouldn't you?
Yep.
One of the things that you're obviously writing everything down, but I suppose it doesn't quite. She's obviously got this physical side to it, an obvious physical side to it, which isn't able to be reflected on the.
Yes. And if you're a real note taker, you can often miss all that physiology, especially with somebody who uses their body to think in. And one of the things we'll be doing this weekend is spending more time off the words and just using physiology, because it's very important. You can still use this target and use more ordinary language, but I treat, it's not a conversation, it's a direction of her attention on her experience. Here now we'll do 10 minutes each way, so this is a 20-minute exercise. So one of you is asking questions for 10 minutes, filling it out as much as you can. And then you stop, have a little debrief, swap round.